Okay, this is session 3, which is the last session of my class. I hope you will show another patience. Thank you. In this session, I will cover strategy for building and managing or orchestrating platform and our global cooperation activities. Finally, I will close with some summary and the future Technopark model as a platform. Okay, platform is based on enabling value creation interaction between producer and consumers originally, which started here, or service providers or users. Then Technopark can play as a producer by accommodating small and medium enterprises and startups. Who will be the consumer? In the last session, I told you we invited big firms or large companies to our Technopark to make some business relationship with our producer, our small and medium enterprise or startups. Or in some cases, large big firms can merge or acquire our tenant companies. That's why in our Technopark plays as a platform by making interaction between producers and consumers. Or we can provide some services. Tenant company or local companies can use our service. So that's why there are two major activities in platform. We should build or establish the platform as a platform builder. And then we should manage or orchestrate the platform effectively as a platform orchestrator. How can we play well as a platform platform builders? We should provide participative infrastructure or rules for transaction place to the actors in the platform. And also we should play effectively as a platform orchestrate by ensuring the integrity of the platform and driving evolution are the strategic imperative for platform leaders. These two functions are very imperative in Technopark platform effectively. Okay, as I told you, Technopark platform provides these kind of 4 services. We accommodate new startup SMEs in our region. And then we also invite large firms or hidden champions, other SMEs from our region, or in some cases from other regions, or globally. Then how to build a platform? Well, the first function should be pulling. In short, attract users to the platform. We should attract good users or right users. Then the second function is facilitating by providing tools or rules to facilitate user transaction within the platform. Thirdly, the important function is matching by linking consumer to right producers. Even though we are very successful in both pulling and facilitating, but we cannot make the transaction successful. We are failure. So these 3 functions should take place simultaneously, concurrently, or at one time. Okay, what is the pooling function? We should provide the value. Values. Network effect is dependent, especially on the number of users of the platform. So we need to attract as many users as possible by providing right value proposition or vision to each potential. Yes, we as a platform builder, we should provide the right vision or value to the participants. And then we should build trust relationship between participants by making them trust ourselves by showing evidence, not just telling, but also following through with our real action. This is the first pulling, attracting function. Secondly, facilitating function by providing tools and rules. Tools can make users easy to interact because if there are tools, then they can expect or foresee to interact with other members to the platform, which will make the system run more effectively. They can help users communicate or interact with the others in the platform. Rules, however, must be applied to control the possible problems or the frequent interaction among users do not guarantee the value of the transaction. Also, another element in facilitating function is modularity. You know modular, right? Platform can grow or evolve as times go on. Therefore, some elements may not necessary or out of date. In that case, some functions should be replaced. Not all the function. We don't have to replace all the function. That's why some part can be replaced. That's why, therefore, tools and rules need to be designed as a separate model, following the same design rules and standard interface. Like, you know Legos, right? You don't have to destroy all the things. In the Lego games, you can just change or replace some Lego without destroying the whole shape. That is called modularity. Next, maybe the last function in building a platform is matching. You have to have quality producers. Otherwise, buyers or consumers will not visit us. So the quality producer, the quality of producer is critical to a platform. A top-class record label or iTunes platform could induce many music listeners if iTunes might not provide or prepare good quality of music, then listeners will not visit that site. That's why in order to build good platform, we should locate good producers. We need to make an effort to keep quality startups or SMEs or key person or provider in the Technopark. Then other SMEs or large firms or even global big firms visit our Technopark to acquire, merge, or buy the items of our SMEs. Okay, the last element is linking the right user to the right database. With database, all the information of producer and consumer must be managed thoroughly and carefully by database. Okay. Well, with the procedures, quick and easy and perfect way to match users is one of the important performance factors of platform. These are the building platform elements, these three. Next, I'd like to show how to orchestrate, manage the platform effectively. As I implied, all this platform should be based on data, not intuition. Without good and correct data, we cannot manage or orchestrate the platform. So data, good data, is the essential part or elements of platform. Secondly, these all platforms should be oriented towards users, user-friendly, by making it holistic approach. Lastly, the smart specialization or smart specializing is very, very important in order not to waste your money or use your money wisely, because you should not be over-ambitious to make certain grand design beyond your limit. You should know your limit. Then, if you lack some part, you can borrow, or you can make correlation with co-opt with others. This smart specialization is very, very important. I'll show you how attain smart specialization. Okay, database building is maybe the most important element in the fourth industrial revolution era. Okay, not only in this platform, but also in this fourth industrial revolution. Okay, collection of information local firms in detail is very important. Okay, in order to provide the good producer to the influential consumers, what should you do? You should show the very specific information of your tenant company or your local company to them. Then they will not have to visit the tenant company or local company personally. Just if you show the very specific, more detailed data, then they can easily figure out whether they will go. They will make some transaction with your tenant company. And also, this database is not fixed at one time. Should not fixed at one time. This database, if you make good database, you should keep up all the time, or you should follow up the database as time goes by. Also, in addition to your local firm data, tenant firm data, you should make the personnel data, human resource data. These data are very, very important in making good producer database. Okay, I think you may be puzzled, or you may be a little bit, you may get lost if you see that this slide is very complex, but I'll explain very clearly, easily. Okay, we invented this kind of smart registration system. Many companies are afraid of disclosing their confidential or their important data to others. That's why Korean government protected many companies with the Privacy of Information Act or laws. But if they stick to such kind of privacy rules or laws, then we cannot get the data, we could not build the database. also, companies don't have to stick to their data privacy, data confidentiality too strictly. Because all their sales data, their credit data, or their IP data, which are already reported to the government agency, then they don't have to so, conservative in disclosing those data, which are already reported to the government. So if they want to get customizing service from business supporting agency like Technopark, if I were they, I'd rather disclose my data to them to get customized service. Based on this idea, we invented smart registration database system. If company comes to us, then they agree, they consent to us who can use their data by registering their certification in our database. Then we can get their data from the government agencies. Credit data, national tax service data, pension data, or even their employees' health data could be scrapped to our database. Then we can compare this company data with other companies or some aggregated data from national database. Then we can figure out where this company is located in other companies or in the trend of the industry competitiveness. Also, even the local government and even the central government needs some data to make the right decisions. In that case, before this kind of database system were created, government or local government, central government or local government would call the company or some kind of company association to get some data in more detail. But if this system is implemented fully, then government or even business support agencies don't manage to do such kind of pains. Just they click or they order something, then they can get the data very easily. So this smart database system is very, very important in this platform services. We invented this database, and also we introduced our database to the Korean government. Korean government was also very, very interested in this one, and they decide to, diffuse our good the best practice to other regions. I'm very proud of this database system. This is a real database. And also, this is the more specific explanation of the database I explained just before. Firm data can accumulate, reported here, and also we gather that data, we reported it to the central government, the Technopark association. Then Technopark association also can report to the Korean government or give some analyzed information report to the central government about the regional industrial trend or status quo. So this was before. This is the current database system. If you are interested in this database system, we are very willing to transfer our knowledge or our experience to you. But in order to implement or adopt this kind of data system, your government should adopt real-time business exchange system. Korean government adopted this kind of real-time business exchange system around 8 years ago. So even very small transactions should be reported to the Korean Business Transaction Association electronically on real time. This is a very efficient system. If your government adopt this kind of real-time business transaction system, then you can import our smart data-based building system. And also, in order to take care of the patient, you need doctor, surgeon, maybe dentist, physician, nurses. All of these services, some of these services may be needed, some others are not necessary. Anyhow, we need this kind of holistic approach to take good care of patient, okay? This kind of system can be applied to Technopark platform service. I call it holistic approach. Okay, the total solution system, this is very similar to the patient care holistic approach system. This technology licensing office is also attracted to us, small and medium enterprise business corporation system, technology assurance fund, Institute for Regional Program Evaluation Center, Internet IP Center, Tech Consulting and Contact Center. All of these services are attracted to Gyeongbuk Technopark. Each institution used to be located in each separated areas. That's why small and medium enterprise or startups should have to visit all the necessary services separately. It was a pain. Now, small and medium enterprise owners don't have to go shopping for some business support service. If they come to Gyeongbuk Technopark, they can get serviced as they need it. This is called total solution service. When I established this system, it was a little bit hard, because this organization belongs to different government department, central government department. This organization is different, another one. Each institution has its own reporting system, and the central government, different central government department. But we persuaded even the central government department and also these agencies. That's why we were very successful in establishing this kind of total solution, one loop system, holistic approach. We are very, proud, and also we got accredited. We got credit over this total solution system. And also, Technopark should provide as testbed services in this hyper uncertainty situation. Also, bandwagon effect can be very useful, very fruitful to local economy. We cannot provide all the companies because limited resource and budget. But if we show some good and best practices by providing certain number of companies, then other companies can get some lesson from their examples. So this is called the diffusion effect will taking place very quickly and very easily in short time. That's called bandwagon effect. Okay, Gyeongbuk Technopark is located here. In order to make Technopark business successful, Technopark should build trust with the local actors or participants. Without trust, even though Technopark provides very lucrative or very useful service to tenant company or local companies, they will not trust in. That's why the trust building is very important. So by building this trust, we can attract all of the other organization, attract the other organization services to our Technopark, even though some are not located in Technopark. They can just provide their service from there, even especially in this Corona period, be untapped. Okay, smart specialization is not from my own language, terminology. It's used in European Commission. Smart specialization is a place-based approach characterized by the identification of strategic areas for intervention based on the analysis of strengths and potential of the economy on an entrepreneurial discovery process with wide stakeholder involvement. Smart specialization is an innovative approach that aims to boost growth and jobs in Europe by enabling each region to identify and develop its own competitive advantages. Not to be ambitious or greedy. They should develop their strategy based on their core competence, their strengths. So here, SMART means identify the region's own strengths and comparative assets. Specialization represents prioritize research and innovation investment in a competitive area, not all area. Also, lastly, strategic means defined a shared vision for the regional innovation. These are called smart specialization. You should not be over-ambitious. Wise, but wise. Okay, I think the starting point of smart specialization is you should know what you've done and where are you now and what do you have. If you have this kind of information, then based on this information and very exact analysis, correct analysis, you can set up where are you going, your plan or your strategy. Then your strategy will be very smart, specialized. Okay? Yeah, this diagram made by me. There are wish to do project, can do project, or must to do project. Usually, many local companies or local politicians, or even central government politicians, would like to do wish to do project. It's very grand, big, which is not attainable in short time. Very difficult to acquire. So that's why this kind of project should be governed or performed by central government. Rather, local government should perform this can-do based on their smart specialization. Also, some project must to do. these two both can-do and must-do projects should be performed by local government, while this wish-to-do project performed by central government. Of course, in some time, this wish-to-do project can be translated to can-do or must-do. In that case, local government can take over those wish-to-do project. Don't aim to do this wish-to-do project currently. Okay, I'd like to briefly introduce how we cooperate with other countries. This is Ethiopian case. Ethiopian, Korea is very, have been very successful in making textile companies globally. So Korea has, good expertise in making textile or even textile machine, etc. But in Ethiopia has still premature, not ready to make textile machines or even the high quality and expensive textile. In that case, we provide machines and also some technologies and even techniques. Sometimes we trained the Ethiopian employees to acquire new techniques. Of course, the give and take realization of ODA model, took place in these cases. Korea gave train experts by constructing textile and Technopark and reinforcing industrial competitiveness. Also, Korea get some, new manufacturing sites, and also we can use those manufacturing sites for exporting produced item, manufactured item to Europe or even to the United States or American continent. So this give and take model took place in this Ethiopian case. Of course, the other way around can be applied to Ethiopia. Ethiopia also got the World Bank assistance with in addition to our Korean government ODA project. So this project was very successful in Ethiopia. This is Ethiopian Textile Technopark project overview. It is located in the Bolelemi, very close to Ethiopian capital city, Addis Ababa. Yeah, Addis Ababa. Very close to the textile, the airport too. It was very successful. It took almost $10 million. Korean government supported almost $2 million. World Bank supported $8 million, something like that. Uzbekistan Textile Technopark is very similar. Okay, now this Uzbek Textile Technopark is located in Tashkent, capital city of Uzbek. I visited there to cut tape 2 years ago. We also applied the same strategy to the centers of Ethiopian case to Tashkent, Uzbek too. Here, Uzbekistan can be used to the base of exporting the textile to Europe, Russia, and even United States. Uzbek has a very qualified workforce and also very inexpensive material. Uzbek is very world, as far as I know, Uzbek is world's second largest cotton producer around the world. And Guatemala Tech Task Project. This is not the building the Technopark, but tech advice and solution from Korean government. We provided technology transfer, and also we fixed their problems. And also we can, Korean companies can use the production site, and also we use the production site for exporting the product to the United States market. And also Indonesian case is not the building Technopark, but because Indonesian president was so energetic and so concentrated in building their own 22 Technopark. When he took power around 4 years ago, he declared he will create or establish 100 Technopark in Indonesia as a whole, but he realized it's too ambitious, so reduced 100 to 22 Technopark. But when among 22, 4 Technopark were helped by us in adopting our management technique, and also even choosing the strategic industry and tech transfer too. Okay, let me close my lecture. I think I am a little bit over time, but thank you for your patience. Please give me 3 more times, then I will close my lecture, okay? Korean Technopark was very successful because it has built trust from local stakeholders or participants. This is the most important, in addition to registration, etc. And then TP, I call it TPR. TPR means Technology Park Staff. That I coined this new terminology. TPR passion is very important. Even though you have the nice government nice facilities, abundant government budget, but your employees are not passionate of their own job, your Technopark project will definitely fail. So this TPR passion is important. In addition, good governance between local government and central government, or local stakeholders and Technopark, or legislate special act to keep the Technopark project sustainable. And strategic industry were chosen by local government with the help of Technopark as policymakers. And systemization, TP provides systemic model for company support, very systemized. Lastly, Technopark cooperates with other supporting institutions in the region or in Korea as a whole, even globally. Okay, Technopark, Korea used to be very, very poor in 1950s and 1960s, even early 1970s. We got aid from other countries, even by Ethiopia, which sent their troops and also helped us when we were difficult, when we were poor. Now it's time to return what we got when we were difficult times. That's why Korean Technopark project or KTP model is not our own asset. This is made possible by other countries' support when we were young. So Korean Technopark model is not just our own asset, but available to any country which needs it. So we are very willing to transfer our experience, be a ODA project or some EDCF project, or even some in private company level. Not only publicly, but also privately. So don't hesitate to ask or call us to get our, learn our experience. Okay, the future Technopark should be, in the form of a platform. Currently, Technopark platform is only hardware-oriented, hardware facilities or or production of prototypes by providing business incubation or test or center or some not real-time or centralized database system. Technopark should be transformed from hardware-oriented to software-oriented, or in other words, service platform, by equipping with innovative SME support program or database. These will be some more detailed explanation I'll show you shortly. Okay, now it's a hardware-oriented production prototype or business incubation. It should be transformed to the service platform, innovative SME support, database, and also knowledge center. Okay, this TP knowledge center should be based on evidence and database and shared service. All the Technopark service platforms should be shared. Each Technopark cannot be equipped with all the necessary services. We can borrow some service from other Technopark or other institutions. So this shared service system is very, very important. Okay? In the post-industrial revolution era, sharing is one of the most important concepts or tactics. Also, virtual Technopark should take place. Up to now, all the Technoparks has its land, building, equipment. But it's very difficult to find the nice land and even the budget. So this Technopark should be transformed in virtually by, Smart Manufacturing Innovation Center, so which is equipped with interoperability test bed center, technical verification center, etc. This virtual center can help each Technoparks to overcome its limit of budget or its capability. These are just nice and more clear presentation of the previous slide, the same one. Okay, I will close my lecture by giving you 3 quiz. Okay, I hope you will get the right answer and win the nice present, okay? Which one does not belong to 3 strategies about how to orchestrate the platform? The database, user-oriented, matching-based, smart specialization. Don't be confused with the based, okay? Just guess. Second quiz is, which factor is not one of the success factors of Korean Technopark model? Governance, restoration, systemization, budget. It's very easy. Last one. Which one doesn't belong to Korean Technopark service platform? TP Knowledge Center, virtual TP, shared service, or data center? I hope all of you win the prize, but unfortunately we are limited to the resource. So how to wise the limited resource? It depends on you. Thank you for your patience and attention in almost 1 hour and 15 minutes in total 3 sessions. I hope you will learn something, not all. If you have any question, please refer to my lecture material. And then still you are, able to understand some part, please contact me or Korean Technopark Association. Then we are very willing to help you to understand, and even we can get together to come up with some kind of the ODA project or other project to help you to develop your region and your nation. Thank you for your attention. I hope you will, be happy, and also God bless you healthy in this, to overcome this COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you.